Mr. Steiner, what are your personal expectations for this summit here in Bali?
That governments are able to do two things. One is to show the world that they are serious about addressing climate change and to do it together. And secondly, that we have the negotiating path towards 2009 agreed, that we have clear agreements on what we have to negotiate and that we have to have an agreement to follow the Kyoto Protocol by the time we meet at the COP in 2009 in Copenhagen.
What is the most important requirement for a post-Kyoto agreement?
I think the simple departure point has to be what the IPCC gave us, and that was a very clear set of indicators of what kind of reduction in CO2 emissions we have to achieve on the planet. We now know that global warming is taking place. We know how much carbon we must take out of the atmosphere in order to reverse it. And therefore, the only thing that is left to do is to find a fair and equitable approach between the different nations on our planet to reach that target. To try and undermine that target, to argue against that target, would be misleading. The target is clear. The way to get there is what is left to negotiate.
What would happen if Bali fails?
It would be a major setback. It would be, one, a major setback for the public who believes that we are able to do something about climate change, and clearly that's what the IPCC has told us. Secondly, it would be a tragedy for the planet because we would condemn people of our generation, but also generations to come, to a world in which the cost of climate change would escalate immensely. And thirdly, it would probably undermine our faith in the ability of nations to work together on perhaps the most significant global challenge we have ever faced. And that in turn is also why the United Nations, Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, UNEP and many other entities in the UN family have put so much attention on this issue. We need a multilateral system in order to address these kinds of challenges. Climate change is a test of our time.